Namaste everyone, my name is Deeksha Ramakrishna and I welcome you all to the 6th session from Jathi Composition series. In the previous session, we learnt about Thadiginathom and 5 Jaathis in Thadiginathom. In this session, we will be learning how to implement those 5 Jaathis of Thadiginathom in a particular Thala. So without further ado, let's begin. Now let's quickly recall all 5 Jaathis of Thadiginathom that you have learnt in previous session. So Thadiginathom is Khanda Jaathi, Thadiginathom is Trishra Jaathi, Thadiginathom is Mishra Jaathi, Thadiginathom is Chaturasha Jaathi and Thadiginathom is Sankirna Jaathi. So I hope you all have practiced this really well because it's really important for today's session. While creating muktayas for a jati, we have to keep a few factors in mind. Those are, first one, in any jati, muktaya comes in the end and usually it is repeated 3 times. Third and the main point is the Kaala in which you compose a jati in. Yes, you heard that right. Kaala plays a very important role in Jathi composition. For example, a jati can be in first speed or second speed or third speed, or it can have all 3 speeds together, which is called as Trikala jati, and that's a different concept. Now let's look into this with an example. Now let's consider Aadi ThaaLa as an example in all 3 speeds. So in first speed, we have 1 letter Sholkattu per beat, right? So considering that, it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Aadi ThaaLa first speed will have 8 counts. Aadi ThaaLa in second speed. So it will be 2 letter Sholkattu per beat. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So 16 counts in second speed. In third speed, we know that 4 letter Sholkattu per beat and that will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31 and 32. So total 32 counts in third speed in Aadi ThaaLa. Now let's learn how to implement Thadiginathom muktaya in all 3 speeds of Aadi ThaaLa. So in Aadi ThaaLa first speed we have 8 counts, right? But Thadiginathom muktaya, we know that we have to repeat it 3 times, which will become 5 into 3 and that is 15 counts in total. But can we include 15 counts of Thadiginathom in 8 counts of Aadi ThaaLa? So it's not possible, right? We need one more extra avartana of Aadi ThaaLa to include those 15 counts. So if we include one more avartana of Aadi ThaaLa, that will become 2 avartanas of Aadi ThaaLa and that is 16 counts. So we will have 15 counts of Thadiginathom and 16 counts of Aadi ThaaLa in total. But if you have noticed, there is 1 count extra, right? And this extra count, we will have to put that in the beginning of the Thala for us to get a perfect muktaya. So let's not worry too much about it. Let's get into practical. So first speed of Aadi ThaaLa, as I have mentioned, 1 letter of Sholkattu per beat, which will be, and we will have to give a gap of 1 akshara in the beginning as we have discussed. That will mean gap ta di gi na tum ta di gi na tum ta di gi na tum. See, we gave 1 letter gap in the beginning and we got a perfect muktaya in the end. This is how we do first speed. Second speed in Aadi ThaaLa, it has 16 counts, right? So we know that Thadiginathom muktaya has 15 counts. So can we include 15 in 16 counts? We can, right? But we have 1 extra gap here as well. But we don't need an extra avartana to fill that Thadiginathom muktaya. So we can do it in 1 avartana itself. So that 1 gap that we find, we have to put that in the beginning of the Thala as we have already discussed. So let's do it together. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Gap Thadiginathom, 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 Ta. Now coming to Aadi ThaaLa in third speed. So this has how many aksharas? 32 aksharas, correct. So we know that Thadiginathom muktaya has again 15 aksharas. So can we include 15 in 32 aksharas? Definitely, right? So we don't need an extra avartana again, but we have a lot of aksharas to give as a gap in the beginning. That is 32 minus 15 will become 17 aksharas. So you have to give gap of 17 counts from the beginning of the tala. So we'll look into it. And instead of saying 1, 2, 3, 4, I will be saying takadimi takajanu to make it easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Takadimi takajanu. 8 aksharas. Takadimi takajanu. 16 aksharas. And one gap. So Thadiginathom, Thadiginathom, Thadiginathom. So let's do it again. It's takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, gap, Thadiginathom, 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 tam. So that gap you can fill it as ta or any other one letter Sholkattu. That will become more easy. So let's do it together again. Yes. Takadimi takajanu, takadimi takajanu, ta, Thadiginathom, 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 tam. Same logic applies to all other jaathis as well. So let's look into all other jaathis in third speed of Aadi ThaaLa. So let's take example of Thadiginathom, that is Trisha Jaathi. So Thadiginathom has how many aksharas? 6. So into 3 will become 18. And third speed Aadi ThaaLa will have 32. So what do we have to do? 32 minus 18 will give us 14. So 14 aksharas we have to give gap in the beginning to find our muktaya in a perfect way. So let's begin. Takadhimi, takajonu, takadhimi. Already 12 aksharas are done. So we have 2 aksharas pending, right? So we can use taka as a Sholkattu here. So takadhimi, takajonu, takadhimi, taka, Thadiginathom, 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 tam. Mishra Jaathi Thadiginathom in third speed of Aadi ThaaLa. Third speed of Aadi ThaaLa has 32 aksharas and Mishra Jaathi Thadiginathom is Thadiginathom, right? So Thadiginathom has 7 aksharas and 7 into 3 will become 21 aksharas. So 32 minus 21 will give us 11. So we have to give 11 counts of gap in the beginning of the tala. So takadhimi takajonu, right? 8 aksharas. Now we can give takita as the 3 aksharas left over. That is takadhimi takajonu takita, Thadiginathom, 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 ta. Thadiginathom in Chaturasha Jaathi is Thadiginathom. So it is 8 into 3 times will become 24 aksharas. So Aadi ThaaLa third speed 32. So we have to minus, that is 32 minus 24 will give us 8 counts. So 8 counts of gap in the beginning of the tala. That is takadhimi takajanu, right? Only takadhimi takajanu we can give, which is 8 counts already. So takadhimi takajanu, Thadiginathom, 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 tam. Lastly, Thadiginathom in Sankirna Jaathi. So Sankirna Jaathi Thadiginathom is Thadiginathom. It is 9 into 3, 27, and Aadi ThaaLa third speed is 32 aksharas. So 32 minus 27 will give us 5 counts. So we have to give gap of 5 counts in the beginning of the tala. That is, you can either say takadimita, or instead of that we can say takatakita also. It's takatakita is 5, right? So takatakita, Thadiginathom, 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 ta. In this session, we learnt how to implement each jaathi of Thadiginathom muktaya for a particular tala. So we took an example of Aadi ThaaLa. So the logic remains the same for all other talas as well. But one major point that you have to remember here is the Kaala concept. The Kaala in which you compose a jati is very, very important, and please keep that in your mind. If you like the content in this video, please do like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and do not forget to click on the bell icon for more updates. Thank you so much for watching. I will meet you in the next session. Until then, keep dancing.